Hello, everyone. This is Jeff Dunphy from Retooling the World. So, Leo Tolstoy's observation the most difficult subjects can be explained to the most slow witted man if he has not formed any idea of them already. But the simplest thing cannot be made clear to the most intelligent man if he is firmly persuaded that he knows already, without a shadow of a doubt, what is laid before him. This is a master key to understanding the psychological operations orchestrating the brainwashing of populations today. Now, why do minds resist truth? It reveals the mechanics of how minds are captured, not through brute force, but by exploiting the subtle rigidity of preconceived beliefs. Tolstoy's quote pinpoints why this works. Once someone is firmly persuaded of a truth, no amount of evidence or logic can dislodge it. This is the fulcrum of brainwashing. Now, Kierkegaard brings this forward, and there's two ways to be fooled. One is to believe what isn't true, and the other is to refuse to accept what is true. So, psychological operations are deliberate campaigns to shape perceptions, emotions, and behaviors, often bypassing conscious reasoning. Today's psyops are unprecedented in their scale and sophistication, leveraging technology, data, and behavioral science to mold minds en masse. Now, how do psyops work? The process begins with saturation. Media outlets, social platforms, and influencers flood the information ecosystem with very carefully crafted narratives. Over time, these narratives harden into truths people defend as if their lives depend on them. Tolstoy's intelligent man effectively becomes unreachable, not because he lacks capacity, but because his mind is already occupied by a fortified belief. Now, what are the weapons of the mind? Modern psyops deploy a toolkit that would make Tolstoy's head spin, and here are a few of them: repetition and saturation. Repetition strengthens neural pathways, making ideas feel intuitively true. Emotional manipulation, fear, anger, and moral outrage are psyop rocket fuel. Social conformity. Humans are by nature social creatures, wired to align with the group, and psyops exploit this through consensus narratives, where dissenting voices are ostracized or marginalized or criticized. Tech as a psyop amplifier, algorithmic reinforcement. Traditional social media uses AI to curate feeds that confirm your worldview. Every click, like, or search feeds the machine, which then serves you more of what keeps you engaged. This creates a feedback loop where your beliefs ossify and alternatives and different ways to look at things vanish. The result is a segmented, fragmented society, each locked in its own version of reality. A population divided by irreconcilable certainties is way easier to control and manipulate than one united by open inquiry. Now, to resist brainwashing, we must question reflexively: why, what, where, who. Doubt isn't disloyalty, it's a shield. Embrace humility. Admit you might be wrong and seek discomfort. Engage with ideas that challenge your worldview and guard your emotions. Okay, a clear mind sees through the fog, and we remind you that we must and need to express our mastery over our emotions, not our servitude to them. And also reclaim agency. Take it back, cross check, think critically, and trust your own logic. The current Psychological operations aren't just about winning arguments, they're about shaping reality with the story they weave. Whoever controls the dominant narrative controls behavior, policy, and power. To break the spell of brainwashing, we must become the slow witted again, not ignorant, but open, curious, and unafraid to learn. So Tolstoy saw this over a century ago. The battle for the mind is won or lost in the space between openness and certainty. Yet his wisdom holds. The simplest truths about freedom, reason, or humanity can't reach those who think they already know. Only then can we see through the operation and reclaim our minds. It's our time to retool the world and participate in your own emancipation as well as the emancipation of mankind. Thank you very much for your time and attention today. I'm Jeff Dunphy from Retooling the World, and this is how you can get a hold of us. We look forward to hearing from you soon.